prescriptions on patients. So I'm going to be starting from the patient's new encounter. To create prescriptions or see medications that the patient is currently on, you click on the Meds tab. I can see here that these are the medications that this patient is currently on. You'll notice two different colors, black and green. There's actually 4 different colors you will see. Black means the patient was on this medication, but it has run its course and they are no longer currently on it. Green means current, so this person was last prescribed this medication on this day, so it is actually still current. You can also see blue, which is current and long-term, and the last possibility of color is red, which means the medication has been discontinued. So if this patient was to have an allergic reaction to Celebrex, for example, or they were not reacting to it well, I could come in here by double-clicking and go discontinued yes. Fill in a note as to why I've discontinued it and save. It is now red, so I can easily see by looking at this list that this patient should not be prescribed this medication again. And by double-clicking, I can see why. Also, by double-clicking on the medication, you can see the prescription history. If I'm simply just going to be re-prescribing medications that are already in the list and not adding any new medications, all I have to do is come in here and click on the medication I want to re-prescribe. You can highlight multiple medications by holding down the control key, and it allows you to highlight multiple medications by clicking on them with the control key held down. Once I've highlighted the medications that I want to re-prescribe, I hit Make Prescription. I can see all the details here, physician information at the top, patient information here, and my medication information here. Now, I can edit my information on the prescription page if I notice something that needs to be quickly changed. I can e-sign if your signature is in MediPlan. Fax the prescription directly to the pharmacy, or print with this little print icon. And I'm not actually going to print it. After it is printed, it will show you in this list what you just prescribed, and the prescription will print. If I want to see all of the medications, I can hit Show All, and it will show me all of them. With this Discontinued Show button, I can change it to Discontinued Off, so it removes the discontinued medications from this list. As if the patient requires a medication list, I can hit Print List, and it will print whatever I'm looking at here. Now, if I want to enter a new medication, I click the New Medication button, and there's a list of about 30,000 drugs already in MediPlan. So if I put my cursor on this drug line, I can type in a medication, for example, partial name of the drug, and hit Tab. It will give you a list of all of the criteria matches in the drug library. So if I want to do the 500 Flovent Discus, I click that, and I can fill in my directions, frequency, duration, route, etc. If this is a medication that I prescribe often, I can hit this Drug F12 button and fill in default directions, frequency, duration, etc. And save that information, as the next time I go to pick that particular Flovent, you can see here that here it is, and you can also see that this one has defaults already, so when I pick it, it already has my information, so it makes it much faster for prescribing. Also, under Drug F12, if it's something that you prescribe really often, you can add it to your favorites by clicking True and Save. Now this is per user, so when you add it to your favorites, it's not going to add it to anybody else's favorites. So I'm just going to close out of this for a second so I can show you how to access the favorites. If you go to new medication, once you've made something your favorite, it is in this drop list, so it makes it even faster than having to do a search in the drug category. If you're just going to be prescribing one drug, after you've filled in the information, you can go directly to new prescription and print it. If you would be prescribing multiple medications, it is the same process. So I will prescribe, let's do a new medication. So I'm just going to do Tylenol. So we'll do Tylenol 500 milligram tablet. I'll set up my default. Save. So if I choose it again, and for every time after that, I can see that it already has directions. And I want to continue to add medication, so I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to add in my next medication. We'll go with these drops. This is not a medication that I prescribe often at all, so you can just fill in your directions here without going to the drug F12. And I'm going to save it, and you can continue to enter the prescriptions until you're finished. When you're finished, you just cancel out of the screen with the X, and you'll see here that here's the 2 medications that I've added. So I can go show all, and it's going to show the 2 medications I've added, plus all the previous medications this patient has had. So I can click the drops, hold down the control key, click the Tylenol, and I can also re-prescribe at the same time this medication by clicking on it as well, and hitting Make Prescription, and printing. After closing that, I can go back to my Note tab, and if I want to, I can go to my Paste button and go Paste Last Prescription. And because I did so many, it's got quite the prescriptions here. A few other of the medications that you can paste are Current Meds, which will paste only the current medications with their prescription. One that's nice to paste that doesn't have too much information or take up too room is MedList with Dose. It's very small, it gives you enough information, and it fits nicely into the note.